Let's turn this bitch up. Okay, what I have here is just a fun little thing called either or, and there's 20 different categories, and I will answer them, but then if you'll go and do the same thing on your channel or just make a video wherever and email me at scribequill@gmail.com or place a comment. Also, give me a like and share my videos, please. So, I'm going to answer these 20, and then your assignment is to do the same thing. So, if you're ready, if you have any other ideas for questions you want answered, I'll answer just about anything unless it's obviously not worth answering. So, let's start. Bruce Lee or Jackie Chan? Well, that's obvious. I like both of them, but it has to be Bruce Lee, right? I mean, seriously. I mean, really? Books or movies? That's tough. I enjoy both of them, but I think if I had a choice of books or movies, books would have to win out. And if I said anything different, then I would have to turn in my writer card. Black or white? I tend to like black in everything. Fiction or nonfiction? Obviously, I like both. I've written both. I've edited both. Right now, I am reading more nonfiction than fiction. I've still got fiction books ready to read, but yes, right now, nonfiction is winning. That may change next week. Tech or no tech? Now the question is, do you like tech or are you a Luddite who is going to be dragged into the future not knowing anything? I'm obviously all for tech. Magazines and books. Well, as I said before, I love books and I also love magazines. As long as I'm able to read it, then I'm pretty happy. I would have to say I'm still going to have to take books. Love magazines, but can't live without books. Country or metal? If you know me, you know that I highly dislike country. I can't stand it. So I will take metal at any time, and my favorite group is Apocalyptica, which you didn't ask, but I'm telling you. Hot or cold weather? Don't like hot weather. I don't like below zero weather, but if it's between hot and cold, I'm going to take cold. And I'm just going to claim that it's from my Northern European heritage. So there you go. Yes, anything over 70 or 75, you can have that. So I'm ready for summer to be over. Brad Pitt or Johnny Depp? This is kind of, I don't know. Is it even a thing? Brad Pitt is actually my age. I think there might be a year's difference, but he was born like a day after me on December 18th. And he's okay, but I'm always going to take Johnny Depp, not going to lie. It's always going to be Johnny Depp. And we're close in age, too. He was born in 63, and I was born in 64. So, coffee or tea? It's got to be coffee. I like tea a great deal, but my brain is not going to start working without coffee. So it's going to have to be that. Romance or comedy? I am romantic and I like romance, but I don't like the girly romances. And even though I have written romance, I'm going to take a comedy any day. If you can make me laugh, that's great. Just give me comedy, all right? New York or LA? I've been to both, and New York was interesting, very interesting. My son lived there for 4 years. He went to NYU. But I have to say that LA is going to win with me, even though I haven't been there but a couple of times. I like the weather. I just like the general feel of the place, and there's the ocean. So, Jim Morrison or Jimi Hendrix? This is difficult for me because Jimi Hendrix was a freaking genius, and so was Jim. And I've had a thing for Jim Morrison, and learning about him as a writer and not a poet, and not just his career with the Doors and all that. I will have to say I love Jimmy, but I'm going to have to take Jim Morrison. I would love to see his grave sometime, like a million other people, probably. Vikings or Game of Thrones, both of which are series. I like both of them. I have watched all the way up to the current season on both of them, which is a feat for me. I will have to say, however, that Game of Thrones is going to edge out Vikings. I love both of them, but Game of Thrones, it has to be. Inside or outside? I like to go up in the mountains and hang out every now and then and just kind of get away. But for the most part, my husband and I are inside people. We're very much nerdy, geeky people. And if I go outside, it's probably in World of Warcraft. So, go kill some things out there. Beer or wine? It's got to be wine. It has to be red wine, or I will drink some Riesling, but typically I don't care for white wine very much. And Christmas or Halloween? Well, I call it Yule because I am pagan. But seriously, Halloween wins out every year for me. It's always been my favorite holiday, and that's not going to change. I actually don't like the holiday season at the end of the year. Can't wait for it to be over. Light or dark? Dark. I hate waking up. Yeah, there are people out there who are like, oh, it's first thing in the morning, it's like 8 a.m. I'm going to throw the curtains open and sing to the birdies. That is not me. Right now it's 6:20 a.m., but it's because I've been up all night. The darker the better, as far as I'm concerned. So it's going to be dark. 2 more, religion or science? If you know me, you know that I'm going to take science all the time. I could go into more detail than that, but just know that I have some big problems with religion and the havoc that I feel like it's wreaked on the world. So I will always take science. And science is magical and wonderful to me. And it's, I don't know, there's evidence. How about that? Finally, T-Rex or Velociraptor. Both are amazing animals that used to live. But I gotta take the Velociraptor. What the hell is up with my hair? The Velociraptor kick butt. Also, T-Rexes kick butt too, but I don't know, if I had to see one in person, if there was such a thing, and oh my god, the idea of them bringing back, them being scientists, researchers, all that, the woolly mammoth that's been extinct for how long? That is one of the reasons why I like science. It's cool. I mean, we just had a flyby of Pluto, and yet so many people would rather watch some kind of stupid reality show about, cheaters or Honey Boo Boo or Duck Dynasty. Why? Do you realize we just had something that was put together here on Earth and launched many years ago fly by Pluto? Way out there. Why wouldn't you? Anyway, yeah, so science. If I had a chance to see a Velociraptor or a T-Rex, it would be the Velociraptor. And one of the scariest scenes I have not seen Jurassic World, so don't spoil it for me. But in Jurassic Park, when the original, like the first one, when the Velociraptor was in the kitchen with the kids, that was like one of the scariest scenes I've ever seen in my life. Because I could just imagine what that would be like. Okay, that's it. Take these 20 questions. You can answer them on your video. Or you can make up 20 new ones, and if you post those 20 questions, either or, then I'll be glad to take those and answer them here. We can go back and forth. So that's 20 questions, either or, just to see, it's a fun little game. So that's it for me again, and thanks for stopping by. Be sure to like my channel, follow it, share, comment, all that good stuff, and I will see you next time. Thanks.